All right, here are solutions to quiz 2 for Math 243. In the first problem, we are given this stem and leaf plot, and it says that this observation's 75 and this one's 110. And asked to calculate the mean and the median. Okay. To calculate the mean, which we use x bar as the symbol, what you have to do is add up all of the observations, which you can write as sigma xi, and then divide that by n. It's a little bit hard to see. Maybe I'll try that again. It's the sum of all of our x's divided by the number of observations we have. So you go through and you say, all right, 75 plus 85 plus 88, and so on until you get down to 110. And you figure out what that is and divide that by, let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 observations. And I'll punch that into a calculator. I think you get 1,128, which you can divide by 12 and get 94. All right, guess that's our mean. Median, which you use the letter capital M to represent, is going to be our n plus 1 over 2 largest observation. So again, we have 12 observations, so 12 plus 1 is 13. 13 divided by 2 is 6.5. So what we do is average our 6th and our 7th. Which we can do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is 92. And 7 is 93. And the average of 92 and 93 is 92.5. All right, and then kind of a conceptual question about that. Is it better to use the mean or the median for this data? It depends on whether you think this is symmetric or not. If it's symmetric, we use the mean. If it's skewed, we use the median. To me, this looks pretty symmetric, so I would say data appears symmetric. So we use mean. All right. I guess that's the end of number 1. Number 2, we're given new data here and asked to calculate the range, variance, and standard deviation. All right, let's see. Range is the easiest of these guys. For the range, all you got to do is take the largest and subtract the smallest. So our largest observation looks like it's 7, and our smallest is 1, and 7 minus 1 is 6. Switching to a color that's easier to see, we calculate the variance. To calculate the variance, you make this little table where you first list your observations, 1, 3, 4, 4, 5, 7. And you need to know what your mean is. Maybe I'll figure that out up here. 1 plus 3 plus 4 plus 4 plus 5 plus 7 divided by, there's 6 of these guys. Let's see, 4, 8, 12, and 12 more is 24. And 24 over 6 is 4. So these are all 4s. Nice that it's a round number because that makes it easier to figure out the difference in those two columns. 1 minus 4 is negative 3. And continuing in this fashion we get here. Then we're almost done. Our last column is to square that previous column. Negative 3 squared is 9. Continue through them, you get to here. And if you add up all these numbers, you get 20. And from there we can figure out our variance. Our variance, sample variance used, this is the symbol, is the sum of that last column. So here's that last column, this means sum of. Then you divide that by 1 less than the number of observations you have. So we figured out that was 20. And since we have 6 observations, we'll divide by 5 and get that our variance is 4. Alright, now calculate the standard deviation. Good news is the standard deviation is just the square root of the variance. So square root of 4, which is just 2. Makes that one a little bit easier. And you can check all these on your calculator if you want. Maybe I'll even write that. You could say check with one variable stat on your TI if you want. But I think these will all check. I don't think I screwed anything up. So that's the end of the quiz.